CTV family. Catch us live on your TV screens.
Welcome back to Ekse, right here in Cape Town TV, the best entertainment show in the land. Hashtag Talk Thursdays installment of Ekse Live. Be sure to join us on our social media platforms as we are discussing youth unemployment right here in South Africa. What can be done to actually make sure that youth unemployment does not rise, actually goes down? And to tell us more and to talk us more about that, we're joined by Sozo Foundation, whom are celebrating, by the way, 10 years in the making. In the making.
We're never ready to break down because we're so proud of everything that you guys are doing. Again, welcome back. So this time we just want to dive into what it is that you guys are doing as an organization. So if I have never ever heard of Sozo Foundation, what do you guys do?
Sozo Foundation is an NPO focusing on education, skills, and enterprise.
How did it all start, and what does Sozo mean? Like, I would love to know.
Sozo, like,
I get
Some people are
that.
saying Zozo here in studio.
Zozo.
Some people behind the scene are saying Zozo.
Yes, I heard that.
Yeah, I think doing a little background, on the name will do us some justice because this is the question that is often asked every time we're saying we are Sozo. People just think maybe this name came out of nowhere, we just decided to say Sozo. Sozo is actually a Greek biblical word, means salvation, and healing, transformation, developing, and which is what we are doing through our programs. After school program under education, skills development program, where we run a variety of schools from barista training, construction school, beauty, graphic designing, coding, what did I leave?
I mentioned a lot.
Yeah, so, and then our enterprise program obviously is born by these programs to generate some income to sustain what we are doing, at Sozo, not just depending on the funding that we are getting from government or donors and stuff like that.
So you guys make your own profit. My maths is too bad. So I would like to know, when did it all start and how did it all start? I know it's been 10 years, but I'm like, can't count that.
Sozo started in the community of Vrygrond, which is down in Muizenberg, a small community that is not often recognized. Most people don't even know that is existing. It's now called Capricorn, by most people know it by that name. It started 2011, by a couple, husband and wife, Anton and Ilana Kyla. They just had a heart, behind supporting the kids from Vrygrond.
Yeah.
There's never been a high school in Vrygrond up until today. The primary school that was first built was built in 2008, which is not able to cater for all, you know, the kids even that are in Vrygrond. And the need back then was that most of the youth coming from that community needed to go into the surrounding areas in order to access education.
Yeah.
And I'm talking about just free education without
basic
mentioning, you know, the other forms of, you know, education or schooling.
Yeah.
And now when the survey was done, we've noticed that most of the kids there, you know, drop out before they get into high school or their first year of high school. Reason behind that is that we know in Cape Flats, you know, our areas are facing a number of social ills, which one of them is gangsterism, you know, that comes with territories and drug dealers and all of those things. So coming from a particular area, going to school in a particular area, you are already affiliated, you know, with a certain gang that is operating in that place.
area,
So now they figured that, okay, starting an after-school program, you know, that is going to assist these kids at least to stay in high school up until they get into matric. So that's how it all started. Started with just, I think, 12 beneficiaries. Geraldine here was one of those beneficiaries. Nigel followed in there, and now they are staff members. And then over the years, 5 years after that, you know, we've got a thing for 5 years. And then we started now, 2016 June, we launched our skills development program, which the social development in the Western Cape is calling youth cafes, which just means it's just social hubs. I don't like the name youth cafe. I would like to call it social hubs because that's where young people come together, gather, and get access into information, opportunities, and just to get a safe space for them to be able to identify themselves. And by doing that, it's gaining the self-confidence, gaining, you know, dignity. You know, we live in communities where lack of role models is, you know, number one into the topics, lack of parenting, all of those things. So kids are getting recruited by gangs at the age of 12 years, just before they even get into high school. So a community like that obviously has lost hope, you know. The people are there, the young people that you are working with have got the ability, but the hope is not there. So providing a safe space is just igniting that hope and giving that young person dignity.
I was about to stop you, but don't because you're finishing all the points. What are the other things going to say? I'm like, now Geraldine, you've been here for quite some time. Talk me through the process and how you have changed. Because I mean, for a business to survive and thrive, you need to be able to accommodate and change as the business shifts. So how did this MPO change for you, and how have you seen it grow and change into fitting different needs in the community?
We started from a library, like a small space that could only fit like 12 students. And we went from that library to a big building that could fit like more than 100 students at one time. And I feel like our growth was through helping the community, and the community also helping us. As we were recruiting inside the community, and now we are going outside the community even to get more students from other areas. And I feel like we've grown as a community, as a organization.
If I'm hearing from you, then I know it's the truth, darling. You've stick around for 10 years, which is something good Sozo is absolutely doing. But we absolutely continue with the conversation, and let us know, what do you think can be done to actually change the high rate of youth unemployment by in Mzansi? After the break, we'll be joined actually by students who are going to share their testimonies with us from Sozo Foundation, and of course some are from Al-Qado Foundation. Mara, say it, okay? Take a break.
Yes.
Just chill, drink some water.
Drink some water, wash your hands. Don't worry, you won't miss anything in these 10 seconds, and we will see you after this.
CTV family.